Hey guys, welcome to Jadestone Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a full moon reading for each of the zodiac signs. This is going to be for the full moon in Taurus. It's also going to be a partial lunar eclipse, and it's going to be at Taurus at 27 degrees. So before we get into this reading, I did just kind of want to talk about the transit and tell you guys what is going on, what the hell you can expect, because it is a partial eclipse, partial lunar eclipse, and it's going to be intense, okay? The energy is going to be definitely heightened. Full moon's already pretty intense, so now that it's a partial lunar eclipse, we're approaching eclipse season. It's gonna be a spicy time. It's gonna be an interesting time. So I did just kind of want to talk about the transit. I also wanted to kind of go a little bit deeper into the ascendant, right? Your rising sign. And not everyone knows their rising sign. You have to have your exact date of birth, the exact time you were born, right? So not everybody has that, unfortunately, but you can still check out your placements. May resonate, but this is just to be a little bit more specific. All right, so we'll get into that after, but I do want to just kind of talk about like the general themes that we may see come up during this time. Also keep in mind, we are approaching eclipse season, and the nodes, the south and north node that are currently in Gemini, Sag, they're going to be swapping to Taurus and Scorpio for the next 2 years. So it's going to be like a whole new kind of cycle and lessons to be learned for the collective. So it's going to be a pretty interesting time. Some themes coming up. So that's kind of coming into the new year of 2022. Can you guys believe it? Like, whoa. This year is almost over. Like, what the fuck? Like, time's gone by slow, but also fast. It's just like a mind fuck. Like, time is just like warped. I don't even know, you guys. Daylight savings got me fucked up as well. It's like dark by like 4 o'clock. I'm like, wow. Like, I feel like the day just started and now it's over. Okay, guess I'm going back to sleep. Anyways, so let's get into this. I'm going to talk about just kind of like the general themes, and then we're going to go into each of the zodiac signs. I'm going to talk about the general themes. I do have notes here. I don't have it all memorized in my brain. There ain't no fucking way. But we're going to talk about the themes, then we'll pull some cards. And yeah, so this is a partial lunar eclipse at Taurus at 27 degrees. And this is just like about a time to get back to the basics, get back to what really matters the most to us. It's going to be highlighting our value system, where we put our energy, and is there a balance? Is there fairness? So since Taurus is ruled by Venus, right? Venus also rules Libra, and Libra is all about balance. So can you notice, like, it's all about the give and take? Wherever you're investing your time and energy, is there a balance? Are there some adjustments that are needed, that are required? Possibly. And this is about time. This is a time to let go of what's no longer working, what just simply you've outgrown, it's not good for you, it's negative, it's whatever is simply not working, and it's time to cut that shit out, okay? And that's going to be highlighted during this time. So powerful emotions are definitely being brought to the surface, and you may be coming through some sort of realizations about your feelings, about yourself, about someone you're dealing with, even things from your past that are bubbling up. And that's what I've noticed throughout some of these readings recently, is like things from the past, even like things that were like dead and done with, coming up. Cobwebs we didn't even know were there, coming up for us to get rid of. We are still in Scorpio season, right? In this very transformative time. Anyway, so emotions are going to be highlighted. Full moons are normally really intense, but the fact that this is a partial lunar eclipse, eclipses are like energy on steroids, right? It's intense, it's crazy, people losing their fucking minds, howling at the moon. I'm just kidding, but stay safe, y'all. There's a lot of sickos out there. Anyways, so you may come to some sort of realization about your feelings, or you might actually get a lot more confirmation about even like your gut instinct, the vibes that you get, like certain dreams or messages that come through to you that you're kind of like, I don't know if I trust it. With this full moon, it will bring illumination to what's hidden, or like giving you confirmation, especially towards your intuition and hunches that you've had. You're going to get some confirmation regarding that. Now, the moon in Taurus is actually going to be opposing Mercury, which is still currently in Scorpio. And that actually could be helping us gaining a new perspective, a new point of view about how we feel, or about someone that we're dealing with. It's going to kind of unlock a new perspective that's going to help us understand what the fuck's happening here. And also with these things that are being brought to light, especially when it revolves around other people, it's really important that we practice self-discipline in how we react, right? Think before you react, think before you speak, right? That kind of energy. there may be the tendency to like lose your shit. It's important that we all stay grounded during these times. It's gonna be pretty crazy, pretty intense. So just stay tuned for that. Scorpio, so this is going to be more directed towards my Scorpio risings, more specific for them, but of course if you're a Scorpio sun, moon, Venus, you still may get some sort of information from this, but it's going to be more directed, more specific towards my Scorpio risings. So this full moon is going to be transiting your 7th house. The 7th house rules relationships, marriage, contracts, business partnerships, equality, and even sharing. So during this full moon, this partial lunar eclipse, your mood is probably going to be feeling a bit more influenced by those around you, feeling much more sensitive to your friends, your family, whoever you might be around during this time. It's like if someone's in a good mood, you're probably going to feed off that energy and you're going to be in a good mood too, and it's going to be great. If someone around you is kind of feeling more moody or a bit more sharp, you may also feel that way too. It's kind of almost like a bit of a mirroring going on here. So just be mindful of that. You may need to protect your energy a little bit because it almost feels like you're absorbing other people's energies like a sponge, kind of similar to I think it was Cancer's transits. Very similar. You guys are water signs, very like, you know, emotional and intuitive. You're probably going to feel a lot more empathetic and sensitive, receptive to the people around you and their feelings, looking over those that you care about. But just to be mindful, there is a bit of a risk of confrontation if there is already relationship issues. So if already there's tension in the air, it may reach a peak. It may like get intense, but there is the opportunity to compromise or to reconcile. And some of you may have the desire to meet new people or, you know, have more intimate conversations with others and like dive deeply and like share personal things with one another. So there's that. So Scorpio, we're going to turn around. We're going to change the angle. We're going to pull some cards and see what else is going on for you guys. Okay, Scorpio, let's see what messages need to come through for you guys regarding this partial lunar eclipse in Taurus. What do my Scorpios need to know? Any messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding this full moon in Taurus? Any messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? There means partial lunar eclipse in Taurus. What's going on for Scorpio? Messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding this partial lunar eclipse. Messages for Scorpio. Okay, we got the Tiger. Messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, the Oyster. Let's get one more for Scorpio. Wow, the cards got a lot to say. And the Fish. Okay. And at the bottom, we also have the Swan. And the Swan's a very reflective kind of energy. And I'm kind of picking that up with these cards coming through. I think you guys could really benefit from some alone time during this full moon energy where you can sit down and reflect your feelings, maybe write down your thoughts. And there is like a lot of this intuitive, emotional, sensitive energy coming through. Notice with the Fish and the Tiger, there's this lunar moon in both these two cards. And yeah, like even at the bottom of the deck with the Swan, and even underneath the Swan we have the Lizard. This is a very creative, expressive energy. The Swan does talk about writing your feelings, journaling, as well as like finding some sort of creative outlet. And the Lizard does talk about expressing your inner artist and like maybe getting into a creative project where you can like channeling this inner restless energy, because I'm kind of feeling a bit of restlessness, Scorpio, and that might actually because underneath these two cards we have the Panther and the Vulture. So there is like this restless edge. Remember I was saying regarding the transit for my Scorpio risings, there may be the tendency for confrontations or like tension within relationships, especially if there are issues in a connection or some sort of partnership. It's going to be heightened with this full moon. And I'm just kind of seeing that energy play out here with the Vulture and the Panther. Like, there is the need to purify and cleanse your space around you. And, yeah, I just want to say with this Panther energy, it's like you may be a bit sharper or, like, your stinger could be out. So try to keep yourself in check. And if you're in a bad mood, Scorpio, you may just need some time alone. The Swan does talk about this energy of like when you're out of balance, you may be kind of sharp. Your patience might be very low. You might just be feeling very moody, and so the best thing that you can do for yourself and those around you is to just pull away for a moment, reconnect with yourself, your own inner energy, maybe take some time out to do some journaling or writing down, or, you know, finding some sort of creative project that you can focus on, right? Kind of just with the, oh, why am I putting it away? With the oyster coming out, it's kind of like protecting your energy and nurturing yourself and taking care of you, because there is like this flippy floppy, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm kind of confused, kind of lost, kind of unsure, and it's just, it feels a bit unsettled, and it's about you guys needing to find the calmness through the chaos. Especially since the moon is opposing you guys, right? It's in Taurus. There's this opposition happening here. So yeah, you guys are definitely going to be feeling this full moon, and it's not just any moon, it's a partial lunar eclipse, so it's going to be intense for you guys, but just try to remember to stay grounded. If you need some time alone, definitely take that opportunity up. Find some sort of creative project or something that you can invest your energy into that kind of just takes your mind off things, or, you know, maybe take a little time out, step out of the room, go out for a walk, get some fresh air, just kind of be by yourself, have a moment to yourself during this energy, okay? Let's pull some tarot messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, regarding this partial lunar eclipse. Any messages for my Scorpios? Maybe there's something that you're needing to release, or you're working through, like letting go. With the oyster coming out, maybe there's this fear of like opening up or sharing your vulnerability, your vulnerable side. Talking about the possibilities here. Tell me about this partial lunar eclipse for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for, what am I saying? I don't even know. Any messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding this partial lunar eclipse? What do they need to know? The insight, wisdom, guidance for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Kind of feeling like I didn't have enough coffee today. My brain kind of feels a little foggy. So we have the Hermit coming out. Messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding this partial lunar eclipse. We also have the Lover. So some of you could be thinking back or reflecting or trying to gain insight on like a connection or some sort of partnership. It makes sense, right? Because your 7th house is being transited here. So this might be regarding a marriage or some sort of commitment. We also have the Knight of Pentacles and the Magician backside. All right, so something's moving. So something has been taking some sweet old time to get off the ground. At the bottom, we have the Four of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups reverse, Queen of Cups backside. Yeah. So there is this moodiness. Scorpio might be feeling a bit ungrounded, or the energy is just intense. It's just like one moment you're cool, you're calm, you're collected. One moment you're emotional, you're a wreck, you're crying, you're angry, you're moody, you're annoyed, you're irritated. It's just like there's definitely like an imbalance in your emotions, and you're definitely needing to try to get grounded and centered within yourself with this Queen of Pentacles energy. Or maybe this is someone you're connecting with or dealing with, because these can be two different people, right? This might just be you versus someone that's in your personal space. This can be someone of the same gender as you, as we do have two queens out here. So maybe that's like a sister or like a mother or like a brother or something like that. Just throwing the possibilities out there, because I remember in your transits that I wrote down, it's just like feeling very much receptive to other people's energies, kind of like a sponge. And if someone's in a bad mood, it may influence you to also be in a bad mood. Or if someone's in a great mood, then you're gonna be probably feeling really great. It's kind of like you're just picking up on the energy around you. You're super sensitive. And I also just want to remind you guys to protect your energy, okay? Be mindful of that. And we have the Four of Wands. Okay, so right now it's kind of just like a time to rest, take a break, and also appreciate all your hard work and how far you've come. This is a time to relax. This is time to even celebrate for some of you. Maybe there's some sort of accomplishment that you have achieved, or you've done something and now it's like, okay, it's time to sit back, relax, pour myself a goddamn drink, and maybe be around my loved ones and just like celebrate some sort of accomplishment, which is awesome. Congratulations. It's also known to be the 1111 card, right? So you might be seeing a lot of synchronicities and just feeling supported by the divine, even though right now you may be feeling a little bit confused with the direction you're heading down. You are on the right track, you are on the right path, and to keep going. Like, there's still so much more work that needs to be done, but you're at a really good place. It's kind of like reaching a checkpoint in a video game. You know, you reach a checkpoint and you're like, okay, if I die, well, then I'll just go back to this checkpoint and start from there instead of having to redo the whole, like, level or some shit. Shout out to my gamers, I guess. But it's like you're reaching a checkpoint and you're allowed to just take a break and rest and get back in tune with your emotions if you've been feeling out of sync, out of balance, a little bit rough. It's okay. You'll get back on your bullshit in no time. You're just needing to take a time out. You're needing to rest. You're needing to gain your strength. And maybe you're needing to have some sort of emotional release. So we have the Hermit out here, Virgo energy. We also have Gemini coming out as well, the Lovers. So there's something that you're reflecting on, some sort of commitment. This could be a relationship or some sort of partnership. For some, this is marriage. For some, this is business related. But there could be this energy of like reflecting or going inward and trying to gain some sort of insight on a situation here. Maybe things have just been taking a while to get off the ground, or something's been moving very, very slowly with the Knight of Pentacles and the Magician backside. Like, something hasn't yet fully taken off the ground. And he's like, notice how the horse is just standing there. It's actually not even walking. When we look at the back, oh, he's still standing there. Okay. So there might be like very, very, very slow movement where it almost feels like you're not going anywhere. You're not going forwards. You're not going backwards. It's just kind of like stale. And you're kind of like, okay, what's going on here? Do I need to make some adjustments? Do I just need to sit and wait and just kind of see where things go? And so you're kind of like, with this Hermit energy, you're trying to figure out your next step. What's the next move here? Well, I think the most important thing that you can do, don't take any action right now, Scorpio. My 2 cents, just from these cards coming out and the energy that I'm picking up on, it's time for you guys to really just rest, recharge your battery, get back your strength. For the weekend, you guys are really just need to take a break to recharge, to gain back your strength, because this full moon is probably draining the fuck out of you. It's probably really exhausting. There's a lot on your mind, and it's important that you guys get your balance back, okay? And I also have to point out at the top of the deck, we do have the Three of Wands. So making some small goals for yourself for the future, where you want to go, where you're trying to head, and just take baby steps. Baby steps. We're not trying to rush. We're not trying to jump to the finish line, okay? Just take it nice and easy. Yeah, the change will happen. You're really just, look at this, Ace of Pentacles underneath that, Three of Cups, and the Four Swords. So this is what I'm feeling here. It's at the top of the deck. I normally don't check the top of the deck, but because this is the vice versa deck, it's like right in front of my face. So this is what you're needing right here, right now, is to rest, to regain your strength, to maybe work through releasing some emotions or some built up of energy in some sort of way. Whether you're needing a good cry, whether you're just needing to channel your energy through a creative project or working out or fucking whatever, but needing to just kind of take a break, take some time out to rest, regain your strength. And then I do see that there's some sort of shift. So maybe next week, that's when you're really going to start to see the change. Maybe you're just needing to release some shit, get back your strength, and then boom, we have the Three of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and Wheel of Fortune. So this is kind of something that you've been waiting on, right? With this Three of Wands, it's because it's very slow still. There's movement, but it's really, 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 really slow. But it's happening, and it's great. The wheel is starting to turn in your favor, and there's that celebratory energy with the Three of Cups. So perhaps you guys might be like having some drinks with loved ones, celebrating something this weekend, or just having good times, reunions with those that you love, and just like sharing good energy with those that you care about, and also even just with yourself, right? Enjoying your own company, focusing on like some self-love, nurturing yourself, pampering yourself, making yourself feel good, right? And then you're gonna be ready to go next week, right? So that's kind of like the energy I'm picking up for you guys currently, that you could be feeling right now, or kind of for this weekend during this transit. All right, so just for funsies, we're gonna grab a couple Rebel messages for you guys. It's been a long time since I used this deck on my channel, but this is just, you know, lighten up the energy because it does feel a little heavy, a little intense. Let's just see, is there any Rebel messages for my Scorpios during this partial lunar eclipse that they should know or consider or be aware of, mindful of? Any Rebel messages for Scorpio? Summer Rising Venus. During this partial lunar eclipse, that was quick. You do you. Stop trying to change people. That shit never works. Yep, that's true. Messages. Alright, what else we got? You need some fucking yoga in your life. Ancient shit is cool. Alright, so maybe get into like a little yoga session, meditation session. Okay, and we have shame, regret, and guilt. Those are all just bullshit. Forgive, let that shit go. And we also have eat your fucking vegetables. Eat some shit made by Mother Nature. So remember, eat your greens, eat your veggies, get all that nutrition. Some of you are needing to get into an exercise routine, or even just like, I highly recommend getting into like yoga with Adrienne, you guys. Yoga with Adrienne, she's great. A few weeks ago, I tried doing the 30-day challenge. I only made it to about day 8, and then I fell back, and I was just like making excuses. Oh, I'm too lazy, too tired, I don't have the time. But not gonna lie, like, it is a really good way to like relax slash almost meditate slash just like let go. Also good workout, because there were some days where I was sore as fuck the next day, and not gonna lie, I toned up real quick. So highly recommend that for those that are like, I don't know what to do, I don't really want to go to the gym, but I don't really want to go for a run, because, you know, maybe you live somewhere like me where it's snow and it's cold and it's icy and you don't want to slip and fall, right? But maybe you're not really interested in doing a home workout. But highly recommend you maybe get into yoga for those that really resonate with that. Maybe that might just be up your alley. You do you though, right? You do you, Scorpio. And also remember, it's not your job to change people. It is not your job to save anybody. You can help out when you can, but also keep in mind that it is not up to you and what other people do, and you can't change people unless they truly want to change themselves. Alright, so surrender to the things that are out of your control. And also, some of you are really working through releasing regret or guilt or even shame. You're also working through forgiving yourself or forgiving others and just like letting go. So that's good. Good energy during this full moon, partial lunar eclipse. Nice. Thanks, Rebel Messages. And now let's actually get a fairy message and wrap this reading up for Scorpio. Any fairy messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding this partial lunar eclipse? Any rebel messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding this partial lunar eclipse? Any fairy messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding this partial lunar eclipse? Whoa! Alright, we have Lascana, number 39. I love this card a lot. This does talk about needing to switch things up. Some of you are feeling stuck or bored, or maybe your life's just been the same shit different days. It's been really repetitive, and maybe you're needing to have some sort of adventure, or like focus on expanding or doing something different, or like stepping out of your comfort zone. This card also does talk about the need to like relax and retreat. This does recommend like taking a salt bath with Epsom salts, or a jacuzzi, sit in a jacuzzi maybe, if you got one around you or access to one. Highly recommend that if you live somewhere near water, some sort of body of water, go visit it during this eclipse energy. I feel like it'd be really positive for you, really peaceful and really calming. And yeah, it's about having fun and switching things up and having an adventure and doing things differently. And if things have been feeling stuck or boring or unfulfilling, you have all the power you need to create some sort of change, Scorpio. So sometimes it just takes a little brainstorming, change in perspective, and doing something different. Alright, so that is what I got for you guys for this reading. If you guys found this helpful or insightful, please let me know in the comments below. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you guys enjoyed. If you guys are interested, you can follow me over on my Instagram at Jayne Tarot, and I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.